there, welcome again to my channel. I'm Munib Siddiqui and I did my bachelor's and master's in computer science and engineering. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Mediapipe to extract eye region and in particular how to locate iris in the eye. This is part one of a series of videos on eye. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to use the extracted eye region to control cursor on your screen. Before jumping into code, let me explain to you a little bit about Mediapipe. As you can see in my background, Mediapipe is open source framework developed by Google. It's used to process varieties of media, including image, video, and voice. Mediapipe is a cross-platform framework. It can be run on Android, iOS, Windows, Linux, and it offers a wide range of solutions. If you come to Mediapipe website, you'll find essential information like the solutions that Mediapipe offers. For example, face detection, face mesh. This is something I'm going to use in this video, and also iris detection, hands localization, pose, holistic, and many more. So definitely check out the website for more details. You see that as you can see on my background, Mediapipe offers solution for Android, iOS. It comes in C++, Python, and JavaScript. Yes, some of the parts like hair segmentation is not offered in Python version, but you have it in C++. Similarly, some of the features are available in one language and are not available in another language because Mediapipe is still under development. It's the version that I will use in this video would be 0.8, so it's not even 1. Yeah, it's good to start with Mediapipe. I believe many companies will try to adopt it in their project and start to use it. So why not you first learn it and try to accustom yourself with it. Okay, so without further ado, let's see how we can use Mediapipe in practice using Python. Of course, this is a Python series of Mediapipe. If you are interested and want me to make videos on Mediapipe's C++ or Android solution, please let me know. I've already used Mediapipe, so I'm pretty comfortable to share my knowledge on those areas as well, C++ and Android. So if you are interested, just let me know in the comment section of this video. To install Mediapipe, come to your terminal. I have this environment, Python environment I have created already. If you would like to know how to create an environment and set up your PyCharm, there is another video. I dedicated another video for this. So the best practice to set up PyCharm environment. Please check out this video on how to set up an environment. I use Anaconda to create the environment. You may use another environment. It doesn't really matter. All it matters is that pip should work in your environment. Okay, to install Mediapipe, simply just write install Mediapipe, and yep, this installs Mediapipe for us. I'm also using OpenCV, so let's install OpenCV as well. Do so, just write pip install OpenCV Python version. Okay, let's wait for a while so that OpenCV gets installed. All right, OpenCV and Mediapipe is installed. Now, the next step, okay, after installing OpenCV and Mediapipe, let's check the version that I'm running. Do so, just simply import Mediapipe and import CV as a OpenCV as a CV2, and then use MIP version and CV2 version. This will give us the version of Mediapipe and OpenCV. This version command, this version is Python's special keyword. So any package that you're interested to check the version, simply write it with that package and you can check the version of that package. All right, cool. So I'm using Mediapipe version 0.8 and OpenCV version 4.6. Now I'm going to get some code from Mediapipe website. Just a few bunch of code I'll just write here. Then we're going to use OpenCV to upload or to read an image, and then let's see how we can overlay the face mesh of Mediapipe on the image. Okay, so this is the code I got it from Mediapipe's official website. To explain, you can either use the code from Mediapipe website if you are not using the same version that I'm using. So please use the code from their website directly. If you're using the version that I'm using, then just write down the code that I have in here. To briefly explain this part of the code, so we have this MP, which is referring to Mediapipe, and then we have this solutions package, and in this solution package we have a bunch of utilities for drawing. So this is coming with Mediapipe, like some of the drawings that we want to do, including face mesh, line, circle, and so on. Then we have this face mesh package, which includes 468 face landmarks. In my experience, this is the most dense face landmarks available out there. There are some other face landmark model as well, like DLib, which is I have made another video about it. It's in my YouTube channel. So if you are interested to use DLib, which I made a video about face recognition using DLib, please check out that video. But I encourage you to use this because it's lightweight, it's quick to run on CPU, on phone. It's well documented. You can find all necessary information on the website. Then we have some drawing styles package, which comes along with Mediapipe. So if you want to colorize part of the drawings or style it, you can use this package. If you want to know more about how to use it, just go to Mediapipe website, although I'm using it in my video as well. But if you're interested to dive deep into it, just check out the website of Mediapipe. And then we have this a little bit of drawing specifications, which I give, like the thickness of the line should be 1. This has to be an integer. Then there is a radius that we want to draw a point. Then the radius of that point, I set it to 1, which means it draws a very small point. If you set it to 2, 3, and more, then it can draw a relatively bigger point. Okay, so to read an image, we are using OpenCV. First, let me write the path for the image. I have an image called me, a Python project, and I have this my image. So let me this is in data. All right, so this is our image, and if I want to read this image, I'll say image, give it to then path the image. Remember, whenever you read an image using CV2 or OpenCV, it reads image in BGR format, which stands for blue, green, and red. That's the color channels that CV2 applies. So if you want to get the actual coloring or channel order of the image, then you have to convert that. To do so, I'm going to convert it things to dot convert color, and then in here the color for this image, and then flag is, let me just visualize this image. So say CV, give this window a name. I'll call it. Then we pass the image. If you do so, the image will just pop up and disappear. So we have to hit a wait key, 0. Then after closing that, okay, let's check this code. Just right click and then run. All right, so the image appears in here. As you can see, still I have this color which is not changing, which from BR to RGB. I think this feature is kind of changed and new. Let me just rerun this. We're going to run it. Okay, so this feature of CV2 looks like OpenCV has fixed that in their new version. Now OpenCV reads image in RGB color. So this is the image, and now what I want to do in here to detect the face and then overlay the face mesh onto the face, which is 468 landmarks, and then I'm going to just colorize the eye region in this video. And in the next video, the purpose is to extend this into real-time video, like webcam or any camera, and then use that to control the mouse. So let's get the landmark using Mediapipe. I'm going to write a function, get landmark, and then in here I'm going to as the image. The first thing we need to do is to create face mesh object from MP face mesh. I'm going to set a few parameters, which is a static image mode, whether the image is static or dynamic. It means working with image or video. At the moment I'm working with image, so I'll just set this to true, and then we have this maximum number of face. How many faces do we want Mediapipe to detect? For now I have only one face, so I'll set it to one face. Remember, if you use this in real application and then you have many people and you need to detect those faces, the accuracy will drop down. And then still you can set that. If you set it to 2, the Mediapipe will just get the first 2 detected faces and ignore the third or fourth and the remaining. And we have to set whether we want to refine the landmark, set this to true, and then minimum, let's just write it in second line. So minimum detection confidence in deep learning, have this confidence coming from deep learning model. It ranges from 0 to 1, which is a probability score. 0 means that the model is not sure, and the probability that the model is confident that this is a face is 0. And if it's 1, then the probability that the model is sure or confident that this is a face, then that's 100% if we set it to 1. So normally we set it to 0.5. Kind of standard practice. Depends on your usage. If you want to enforce the model to like, hey, I want you to be 70% sure, then tell me whether it's a face or not. Or if you are 20% sure it's a face, then detect it. I'm okay with that. You can set it here. We created the face mesh object and we set the parameters, right, that this image is not writable because we're not going to write it. So I want to pass this image to face mesh. To do so, we do face mesh dot process. Then we feed our image to this face mesh. Then get the result. Last step for this get landmark is to get the landmarks from the image. And by landmark, I mean those point, like the major points, let's say like the points around the eyes, the point on the top of the nose, the points on the eyebrow, the points on the forehead, the points on the lips, the points on the cheeks, the points on the chins. All these points, each point is called a landmark. So to get the landmark, we say face mesh. We get the landmark from result, and then we say landmarks, multi-face landmarks, and then landmark. Then we return this result and landmark. Let's return this result and landmark. And then we're going to use this function and interpret the value of. So I have my image in here. Get rid of this. Let me pass our image. Get landmark with value this result and okay. Now, if you want to see the value of the landmarks, you can loop through all landmarks that is detected. Do so. Just say for face landmarks, then for landmark dot mark, just print value values landmark X. Let's just not show this for a while, or see the value, whether the code is working fine or not. We run this code and then let's see whether we get the desired value or not. Okay, so we got this X value. If I extend this to Y value and then we get the Z value, I'm coming to the interpretation of this value in a moment. You have to change this to XYZ. And then if I run this, I get this XYZ value. This is basically a normalized value, normalized along the X and Y dimension of your image. So if you have image, just multiply X with the width of your image and Y with the height of your image, and you will get the point, which is XY point. The value of Z is out of scope of this video, but to briefly tell you, Z is an indication that this is a 3D object. So it tries to estimate the face, like using a bunch of faces and try to put the Z at the center of the head and estimate the Z values of the landmark based on that reference point. In here, let's overlay the landmarks on actual image and then visualize both the overlaid image and the original image. Let's do that. I'll say div draw landmarks and image.flex. Right, we'll set to true from multi-face landmarks. The reason we call it multi-face because by default, if we don't set the maximum number of faces, Mediapipe detects more than one faces and returns face landmarks for each face. Say for face landmark, or let's just loop over all faces and then get the value of each landmark. I'm going to use this utility object of Mediapipe, which is a draw landmark. It comes along with Mediapipe. Don't need to write further code for drawing, although you can do that. I'm gonna do that in the next video, but in most cases these drawings are pretty enough for your usage. Okay, so in here we give it a bunch of parameters. First is image. It's image to the image that we get from this function. So I'm gonna pass this image to here, and then you need to pass the landmarks. So we say that face landmark that you find, landmark drawing space. At the moment, I'll set this to none. Finally, I want to say the connection drawing spec, which is a specification on how we want to put the lines for these landmarks. If I want to, like, let's say if I want this eye region, then I would like to say this to draw a line around this eye region. At the moment, I want to say I use this in drawing styles and then say get the default face mesh tessellation style. This image now has annotation on top of it, or this 468 face meshes on top of it overlaid the image. Now let's let me get rid of this. I hope it's clear. If it's not, just write your question in the comment section and to answer that. Let me just get rid of this, draw landmarks, and then I'm gonna pass this return all this and image. Get it from the original. And also one more thing, get a copy of this image. Then we pass this copy, and then it that copy back to us. Now let's visualize both of it. We run this, and I hope there is no error. If there is error, no problem, we're going to fix it. Let's run this and see result. So we have this one image, then we have another image. There is problems here. Let me check again. Okay, I forgot to change this, and let's just change to annotated image, run again, and see whether we get this face mesh overlaid on the top of the face or not. Still, there is a problem. Let me see. I think as here the connection, which is MP face mesh tessellation that try to style in here. Then we run. Hopefully, we will get the annotated face mesh this time. Okay, cool. So here we go. Got this original image, and then we got this face mesh. Now I'm going to interpret this face mesh, and then we will try to find the eye region and finally the iris for this video. And then in the next video, I'm going to extend this to webcam and then do cursor control using the eye. What these landmarks mean. I have this image indicating the landmarks. If you come to, if we close to this image, we see that these points are numbers which refers to the index of the landmark. If I want to find a specific region, all I need to do is to use this index and then get the point. For example, if I want to find the eye region, so assuming this is the left eye, and I want to find the eye region, I need to do a landmark 362 XY value and landmark 163 XY value. And then we can use this 386 and 174, draw a box, and then we can see the eye region there. This is something I'm going to do in the next video. Stay tuned and check out that video. It will come out very soon. Similarly, any region in this face mesh, if you are interested to extract either nose, lips, let's say you want to apply this animation which is available on Instagram, like you want to change the face, so you have those animation already designed, and you just connect these points, with this points in the landmark. The difficulty comes from the fact that we need to find an accurate face landmark, which is provided by this Mediapipe. And then you can just overlay anything on the face once the face is accurately detected. Coming back to this, let me just add a few more of this drawing. Let me just detect the iris and finally the eye region. Then we extend it to video. We do similar thing, say MP drawing, draw landmarks. This time draw it for the iris as the image, then say that this connection, so as the face landmarks, landmark list as our face landmarks, then we pass the connections. Since it's a keyword argument, the order doesn't matter. And then we say MP smash dot smash with iris, smash number landmarks with iris, or did that one in a while. Let's just go for face contour, this one in here. Okay, we use this flag this time, and then we say that the landmark a drawing spec is, then we set the landmark drawing spec to none, and connection drawing dot get default for, right, default for face mesh. If I run this same code, we just added this contour of the, if I run it, that of the face time. So yep. So this is the image and this is the contour, which is basically the circle around the face. We can do that manually as well using OpenCV, just finding the index of these landmarks and connecting them together, and the index of this eye region and eyebrow, and draw a line over them. Very easy. But this drawing style is already provided by Mediapipe, so we don't need to write our own code for this. Now I'm going to add the iris section. Let's just close this. We do similar thing in P drawing, draw landmarks. Then we say image sets to image, landmarks, lists face landmarks, then connection. We set this to MP mesh dot face mesh iris. This time we're going to use this iris, both irises. Then we say that our drawing space, landmark drawing speed. Finally, we set the connection to draw the to style the iris or the pupil of the eye. Default face mesh iris connection. See the result. So if you check, there's a slight difference between this one and the previous. Have this circle of the iris or the pupil of the eye. Not the pupil, but the circle of the eye. In the next video, we will try to find the pupil of the eye. So we found the iris, and it's drawn in similar color to eye boundary. Let's just comment this out to the contour of the face so that you can get a better understanding of what I mean by iris. I mean, I know you know the iris, but so that you can visually see exactly how Mediapipe takes the iris in the video. So we get the iris, the left iris, and the So we get the iris, left, and the right iris. This using this media. I'm going to quickly run this on GIF, which is a short form for like kind of a number of frames. And in the next video, I'm going to use the webcam to fetch the frames from webcam in real time and run it. Then we see how we can control the mouse or the cursor on the screen using our eyes. All right, so I have this code for video to get a video and then using Mediapipe and feed frames to Mediapipe and then process it and then draw it and get the result back. I have this video path, which is a short video, and then I use this video capture class, and then we give the video path if you want to use the webcam. So for the webcam, all you need to set this CV2 dot video capture to 0. And it should work. 0 indicates your current device, and 1 refers to other devices, that is your device like other cameras. And then we can do some setting to the webcam, like the brightness, the size, and so on. And then we loop through all the videos. If the frame, if reading frame is successful, then we run this code. Remember, if you're using webcam, try to change break to continue, and then we get a copy of frame to overlay landmarks. Then we get the results from get landmarks. The previous function haven't changed anything for this get landmarks. And then we try to show the original video and also the annotated image. And then pressing the Q exits this loop, and cap release basically release the resources back to computer. In my computer, it runs a little bit slow because I use graphics for recording this video, so it consumes a lot of my graphics over there. Therefore, it will show slow. At the end of the video, I show you from another computer that it is super fast. And from my personal experience, I can tell you that compared to many face detection, iris detection algorithm, Mediapipe is super fast. Okay, to run this, let's just draw first the contour only. If you want to check the contour of the face, get the contour. There we go. This is the contour, and this is the original video. We have this original video and we have this annotation video. You see that we have this a little bit of jiggling of Mediapipe. It's also possible to fix that jiggling as well. Let me just draw the contour over the face, which is basically these lines around the face contour, including eyes and eyebrows. Finally, okay, so this is the contour over the face, and finally, let me just detect the iris alongside the contour. Adding this will detect the iris, and if you want to detect only the iris, similar to what we did for the image. So in here we have the contour, and we have the iris. Well, If you wanted only the iris, you can just comment this out. Even I don't want to draw the face mesh, so just want to find the iris. Very easy. Just run this and you the iris. That's all. Hope it helps. Please stay tuned, and I'm going to very soon upload the next video of Mediapipe. Using this, we are going to extend it to control the mouse on the screen and find whether the user is blinking or not, and then we are going to detect the drowsiness of a person, whether the person is feeling sleepy or not. Hope this video helps. If it does, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and see you in the next video.